to a quick demonstration of the Clearview Pioneer 400 stove. This stove's on the 6-inch legs in mahogany brown. 2 air controls on the stove, so you have a primary air and a secondary air. So you would have both of these open to get your stove going. So you build it up nice and slowly, plenty of kindling wood, possibly a small log, get a nice bit of heat into the fire to start with. So you would have these wide open, and you'll see the fire now will pick up, become more vigorous, and it will give you plenty of heat in that firebox, which is what you want. We use these stove thermometers, which are just magnetic, onto the stove, stick onto the stove, and it gives you a guide as to how the stove's performing and what temperature it's running at. Once you get this thermometer round to about 100 degrees centigrade, with both air controls open, that's when we say you can start closing the stove down, because you've got a nice bit of heat in there. It means your flue's drawing well, it's all working as it should. So to close the stove down, you just close the spin wheel, and you're purely controlling it on this secondary air lever here, which is the air wash. So it's keeping the glass nice and clean. When it's running, it's giving you a nice clean burn. So if I was to close this off completely, just to show you the controllability of the stove, you can just see how well made it is. It's so airtight that you can really govern your fire, and you're not racing through your wood. You'll burn about 1 kilo of wood an hour. So a large hardwood log, and it just stays beautifully clean, because this air lever here, the one underneath the secondary air, is ducting it under the fire, around the firebox, and it brings a curtain of baking hot air down over the glass. So it just burns off any deposits that could be forming on the glass, keeping it all nice and clean. You can see if we get that going again. See, the fire's picked up. This primary air is allowing air underneath the grate, so it's bringing air up under the wood, just allowing them flames to pick up. And then once you're happy with it, you can just close that off, and you're purely governing the fire on this lever here.